Hi, and welcome to the launch of my podcast, Getting Zen with Jen. My name is Jenny Ebert. I am a certified hypnotherapist and rapid transformational therapy practitioner who also does past life regression. And I wanted to share with you a little bit about my journey and what it is that I do. And how I have found this entirely helpful in my own healing, and that is what motivated me to actually start doing this in order to help other people heal. And so, welcome to my journey. Um, I want to start this off with a lot of people don't know what rapid transformational therapy is. And it's a modality created by a lovely lady named Marissa Peer, who I was lucky enough to study underneath her tutelage. What it is a powerful hybrid method um, of a mix of hypnotherapy, psychotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, and neurolinguistics programming that facilitates getting you to the root cause of why you may feel stuck. Um, it has the ability to transform lives powerfully and permanently. It's a step-by-step process that you go through with a practitioner or a therapist, specifically trained to do this. And during a session, we uncover the negative meaning, interpretations, or self beliefs, if you will, from previous events that have transpired in your life. And then we are able to change that meaning or interpretation or that self belief. Um, right then and there during the session, and we change those to beliefs that are now positive and empowering. Um, and the fantastic thing about this is that you, as the client, um, are the one that makes the realizations yourself. Um, and once you make them, boy, oh boy, how your life will change. Um, I will then create a personalized recording for you, um, which is made to rewire your subconscious for fast and effective long-term change. Um, and so it's something that you would want to listen to for a minimum of 21 days, ideally longer if you can, because the mind learns by repetition. It's one of the rules of the mind. And the more you repeat something, the more it sinks into your subconscious and the more it stays with you. And so it's a beautiful thing. And the reason why I bring this up is because to go along with the launch of my podcast, I am actually going to do on my Instagram a 28-day challenge on creating better habits and kicking out procrastination. Um, I feel like this is something that we all could use. And so I wanted to share that with you and also give everybody a little taste of what listening to a recording can do for you. And as you can probably gather from um, the information I've provided on what an actual session does for you, the recording is only a small part. The recording will help you to rewire and um, program your mind with the positive beliefs and the things you need for your subconscious to start making the changes you need to make. But having a full session and getting to the root of what is causing you to have the habits that you have, or the behaviors, or even down to what's causing you to be stuck, is what's really going to make the transformation in your life. And this can be done for all areas of your life. Um, it doesn't matter where you feel stuck. Are you anxious? Do you have fears? Um, are you depressed? Do you have grief that you need to release? Eating problems? Do you, do you need help with studying? Are you stuck in one place because you don't know where you want to go? Um, do you have OCD? Do you have ADHD? Do you lack focus? Um, there are so many different things that rapid transformational therapy and hypnotherapy can help you with. Um, and those are just the tip of the iceberg. If you visit my website, there's a whole list of conditions that I can actually work with you on, or that you can look into to see about working on. And, it's everything from those types of things to even physical ailments. Um, so I have worked with patients or clients that have um, IBS, that have stomach issues, that have sexual issues, um, sexual dysfunction. Do you have trouble orgasming? Um, do you have premature ejaculation? Do you have erectile dysfunction? A lot of these things stem from internal beliefs that we can get to the root of and change. Um, a lot of the times, dis-ease or disease comes from, it's an external manifestation of what is going on internally within you that hasn't, that you haven't addressed. Um, a lot of the time, repressed emotions, suppressed emotions, things that we bury deep, deep, deep inside of us, um, that need to come out, will manifest as disease because your body is telling you you need to heal this. There's something deeper that needs to come out. And I find this a lot of the times when I do a session with somebody, that a majority of the time, when we get to the root of what is causing your um, initial condition, one has nothing to do with the other. People are always surprised with what comes back as the underlying reason to why this external thing has manifested for them. And that's that's the beauty of this, because your subconscious holds so many different keys to why you do what you do. And most of the time, we're stuck in the logical mind of, oh, well, I do this because of this, and it has to logically make sense to you as to why you're going through something or why something is going on for you. And usually, it's not connected. um, and so these are the things that make me love my job and know that this is me living my purpose. Um, and I'll go into a little bit. I have a lot of trauma, or had a lot of trauma, been through a lot of trauma, I think is the best way to put it. Um, and have gone through years and years and years and years of talk therapy, therapist after therapist, social workers, you name it. I think I saw my first social worker when I was 4 and started school. Um, and they had said I was too young to go to actual school. I needed more time at home, because mentally, educationally, like I was ready to start school, but emotionally, I was not. And my mom was like, no, just take her, let her go to school. And so I started seeing a social worker at that point and continued through most of my school life. And then after graduation, wound up going in to see different therapists. And all talk therapy did for me, and I'm not knocking it because it works. It does help you make realizations, and it does help you, see what things in your life have done. I learned from talk therapy, um, but I wasn't able to transform or change what was going on in my life until I started RTT. Um, RTT gave me the tools and the means to actually get to the root of what was causing me to do all of the things that I do or did, because we've changed so many of them throughout this healing process. And it's amazing how you can look at different scenarios in your life and things that have kept you, caught up and held back. Um, and just see how acknowledging where that came from. A lot of the stuff that we carry into adulthood came from beliefs that we formed as children, because of situations or things that happened to us. Um, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that somebody did something. It could just be a belief that you formed based on one thing that happened in your life. Um, and so when you come up with those beliefs during a session, we're able to take a look at them and take a look at everything that led to that moment, the beliefs that you formed, why you formed that belief, what that belief has done for you. And then we're able to take it and change it. You know, um, your beliefs are yours to create and yours to change. So if something's not working for you, let's flip the script and turn it into something that can. And that's what rapid transformational therapy allows you to do, along with the the changes that you're able to make. There are just some what's the word I want to use? There's some myths that I want to dispel because um, it's fantastic to talk about all the changes that you could make and what actually happens in a session. But it's funny because one of my friends called me the other day and she's like, hey, she's like, somebody was asking me about what you do. And she's like, yeah, Jenny does that hypnotherapy stuff. And the girl was like, yeah, I don't want to end up, what did she say? Hopping around on one foot and clucking like a chicken. And I laughed because so many people get the impression that that's what hypnotherapy is. You think about these movies or like these scenes and setups where somebody's on a stage and you have a hypnotherapist and they're like swinging either a pendulum or like um, a pocket watch back and forth, and it's like, you are getting sleepy. You're very, very sleepy. um, and then they proceed to tell them exactly what they're going to do, like hop around on the stage on one foot, or cluck like a chicken and flap your wings, or bark like a dog, or any number of things that, um, you know, you can have somebody do. And I want to dispel that myth because, granted, if you are open to that suggestion and it's something you want to do, you'll do it. Um, but in the context of hypnotherapy and rapid transformational therapy and what I do, those are not the kinds of suggestions that I want to provide to you. Um, and trust me, if I was going to have you do things for me, that I could suggest to you, I would rather tell you to buy me a Range Rover and have it in the driveway, or pay my mortgage, um, or pay me $1 million a session. Um, yeah, it definitely would not be to have you hop on one foot and cluck like a chicken. Um, it doesn't work that way. Um, Hypnosis is just a sleep of your nervous system. And what that means is that it just takes you to a deeper level of your subconscious where your conscious mind just takes a break. It, it lets your subconscious mind take control at that point and get us to the roots of what's going on. Um, Yeah, like most people are like, well, like after a session, they're like, I didn't feel hypnotized. Um, yeah, you kind of wouldn't. Um, it's just a natural state. It's a natural state that your body goes into, where, like I said, your nervous system is just taking a little nap, it goes to sleep, and you're able to allow, um, the things that need to come out from another state of consciousness, it comes into being. And so you just get so incredibly relaxed. And it's a good place to be. Um, Once you come out of it, you'll say, oh my goodness, yeah, like I realized it was going on because I was so at peace. I was just so calm and relaxed. And, I just let things come to me. And you're actually getting out what exactly just comes to you. And that's where those roots are. Um, but it's funny, you stay in control the entire time. So, granted, if I tell you to stand up, you're gonna, if you want to stand up, you will. If I say to you while you're in hypnosis, go rob a bank, you could turn around and be like, no, I don't think so. And so you will only accept the suggestions that you are given if you feel it is in your interest to do so. And so it's all for your benefit. It is something that can really change your life. It's something that can really benefit you. Um, and, you know, it's something I would love to work with everybody on because regardless of what's going on in your life, um, this can help you. And it's something I'm so passionate about. I love this. I love watching in the middle of a session when somebody makes the connection, when somebody realizes what it is that's been holding themselves back, or when they feel that block lifting from them. They have this like aha moment, and I can see it on their face. It's like you just hit gold, and you know that that person's life has just changed in that very moment. Um, and it's what inspires me to do this. It's what it's what pushes me and gives me the drive to want to do this. It's done so much for me in being able to transform my own life that I just want to facilitate that for other people. So I would love it if anybody that's listening today would join me on Instagram, you can follow me at getting underscore Zen underscore with underscore Jen. And for the next 28 days, I will be, going through what the actual after process is um, for having a RTT or a rapid transformational therapy session. I will be posting a recording for my followers to listen to on a daily basis as they're going through this journey with me. And um, every day I will be giving you helpful hints and trying to inspire you to create your better habits and to knock out the procrastination and to give you little tidbits here and there to help you make the changes that you want to make and facilitate in your life. I'm kind of doing this for myself because procrastination is a big thing for me. Um, I've been working on it, and I feel like a lot of people fall into that category where you get so stuck in wanting everything to be perfect that you forget overall that it's not about perfection. It's about getting yourself out there and actually doing what you need to do. And to facilitate that change in my life, I want to do that with all of you, with everybody who's listening and wants to participate. And so every day you can join me on Instagram. And every week you can join me here live on Getting Zen with Jen to listen to the podcast. And we're going to go through how to make these changes and how to facilitate these things in your life and all these little tweaks and tidbits. I'm also a life coach. Um, I've studied NLP. Again, I have the certifications for the hypnotherapy, and I'm a practitioner of rapid transformational therapy. And these are all things that have helped me that I want to use to help you. So please join me along with this journey. Um, I think it's going to be a fun and exciting ride. Actually, I know it will be. And so if you guys have any questions or um, any comments that you'd like to make on the podcast, there is a Q&A section, and I am open to answering any and all questions that anyone may have for me. So please feel free to include them there. Um, and I will make sure to address them in each podcast that I do week by week. And it's a way of growth. It's a way of being able to transform yourself and make the changes that you need to change to be the best version of you. Not only to be the best version of you, but to fully love the worst version of you as well, because I feel like that's where a lot of people get stuck too. It's like you look at the things you need to change and you're so um I don't want to say saddened, but sometimes you are upset by them. Maybe you're unnerved by it. Maybe it upsets you. It discourages you because you're like, ugh, like I don't like this about myself, or I hate this about myself, or I don't want to be like this anymore. And you just get sick and tired of yourself. And the first thing in changing that is A, acknowledging it, which you're doing by saying that you don't like it. B, accepting that part of yourself and saying, why do I do this? Why do I do this? Not only why do I do this, but it's okay that I've done this. There's a belief behind this. And within a session, you can get down to the bottom of what that belief is that's causing it. you make the realizations of where it came from and why. And then it's easier to say, it's not me anymore, but I love that part of me where it came from. I love that little part of me that, has kept me in this place because, it thought it was doing some kind of good for me. And, you know, you can finally incorporate that back into you and accept it fully, love it, and then make the change to move forward. And it's such a profound and growthful experience, um, that makes you want to continue to tackle anything and everything that has been holding you back from all the things that you want to do, and just get out there and start your life, or like really get you to live your life. And that's the point of being here, right? Um, I watched something yesterday and it was saying that it was talking about the dash, like um, when you look at a headstone, or when you look at, dates of of the life that somebody has lived, it's two dates and a dash in the middle. What are you doing during your dash? Because, you're born and then you die. Um, but it's the what transpires in the middle that's your life. And what is that dash for you? What are you doing for that dash? Um, and then again, it means something else too, because it's not a dash to get to the finish line. It's a place to grow, to love, to nurture, to nourish, to grow, to develop, to evolve, to transform. And I want to be the one to help you do that. So I hope you follow along with me. I hope you join me weekly for this podcast. I hope you find the time to get Zen with Jen. And I look forward to sharing my tips and my journey with you on a weekly basis. And like I said, I hope you guys join me on Instagram and start the 28-day challenge with me today. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.